It is Mr. Hassan Hashim's. My qualifications is MPhil in Management Sciences, and today our topic that I want to discuss to you is what is business and what are its main types. So let's come now. We start now. What is business? Business actually is, before I go to the definitions of the business, I would like to introduce the concept of the business. Any person, if you talk a questions to anyone that what is business, he will be surely realize himself about the profit and loss of any commodities. Definitely, there is no doubt about its concept. But in campus sectors, there is a proper definitions about this. What is business? And organizations are economic systems where goods and services are exchanged for one and others or for money. Here we learn that goods are exchanged for the proper of money. It means that we pay money and we get commodities. This process is running, but if I want to go into ancient times, there is the business definitions were different. In ancient times, barter systems were introduced. What is barter system? Barter systems is the systems of exchange where participants in the transactions directly exchange goods or services for other goods or services without using a medium of exchange such as money. I will explain the barter systems with an examples. For examples, there is a person which has rice, which and the other person's B, which has a wheat. Both want to interchange the commodities to each other. A will give his rice to B, and B will give his wheat to A. In this way, there will be business transactions changed in the form of exchange commodities, not in the form of money. Money is the latest form of the business. Okay, hope you will be understand the system, the definitions of the business. I will repeat it again, that business is an organizations or economic systems. It is this organizations, it is the system of an economic systems or organizations in which goods and services are exchanged for one another's. For what purpose? For the purpose of exchange of money. Okay, move to the next slide. Okay, after introducing the barter and business systems, I would like to come. What are the main pillars of a business? There are basically three main pillars of a business. We can say it as these are three key principles, rules for running a business. The number one is investment. The number two is marketing place, and number three is purchasing power. Now, I would like to clarify this. What is investment? You can see it as the blood performs in a human body. Similarly, investment is performs like a blood in the business sectors. If you have no investment or you have limited investment, then I would like to advise to you that you should not do a business. What is the reasons? You can succeed in this way by a lot of methods, but there is a lot of unsuccessful chances of your business. So proper investment for running a business is very crucial. If you have a proper money, and you should be do the business. So at small amount required, at medium level and large levels, medium and large type of investment is required. The next is marketing place. Marketing place is definitely is very crucial. How is this crucial? For example, I commonly give the examples of a school systems. If you are going to introduce two school systems, in number one schools is you are introducing in the center of the city, and other schools you are introducing toward the forest side, then definitely the services when you are giving the when you will introduce your services in both schools, there will be great drawbacks and good response from the both schools. Definitely, the pupils who are living in the city, they will be prefer to your schools located at the center of the city. Why? Because they will like to complain to schools, and they will like to introduce up to date about these children, and they will like to pick and drop to the children. All these benefits, when the parents look all these benefits, then definitely you will prefer your city school as compared to the forest school. In forest schools, there is definitely a lot of tensions For example, kidnapping can be done, travel pick and drop of the students is very crucial, and such type of many issues get governed. Okay, come to the lectures. My main functions, my main hits was that what is the marketing place. So the marketing place in business sector is very crucial. The number is 3 years purchasing power. Definitely, if you introduce a school, hi-fi school, in the city center, in the center of the city, and your face structures is very hi-fi, then it means, and I can say it as that their face structures is out of the parents' range, most of the parents' range. Then definitely your schools will be full. So it is I also introduced it with these transactions, that purchasing power is enough to whom its output can be sold. Output can be sold. Output means our services. We should be introduce our business at that limit, that if we want to introduce our services, if we want to sold our services, then there will be no difficulty for selling our services. Okay, come to the next slide. In this slide I will be cover business types. Business types, there are 3 basic types of a business. I will introduce these 3 types one by one. Number 1 is sole proprietorship. Number 2 is partnership. Number 3 is giant stock. Okay, in the coming slides we will be discuss that what is sole proprietorship business, what is partnership business, and what is giant stock business, and what are the benefits and benefits of these businesses, and what are the losses or demerits of these such of business. There we will discuss them in details in the coming slides. Okay, please come to the next slide. Sole proprietorship business. What is sole proprietorships? In other sense, we can say it as one man business. The business that is operated by one business is called sole proprietorship. But in terms of sector, there is a proper definitions. A person who is exclusive owner of a business, entitled to keep all the profits after tax has been paid, but liable for all losses, is called sole proprietorship business. I think there are many definitions, many things are clear in one definitions. Number 1 is that a person who is an inclusive owner of the business. One main sign of the sole proprietorship is this, that it is operated by one person, and he is the owner of the business. Definitely, the other thing, entitled to keep all the profits after tax. When he will be paid the tax, then the remaining profits will be enjoyed by the owners, not any other's partner, not any other employee, or not any other servant. Owner is responsible for the enjoying whole profits. Okay, and the last is but lack of all losses. There is a little bit drawbacks. If there is any loss has to face the sole proprietorship, then definitely he will be responsible for bearing such type of loss. There is a great drawbacks. Okay, we come to the next slide. Of sole proprietorships. What are the advantages of sole proprietorships? After discussing about the definitions of sole proprietorships, we are going to know about the advantages. The number 1 is you are the boss. It means that owner is the boss. Owner is the boss himself. What are the main functions of the boss? Boss is the main person who is taking the order, who is taking the decisions, who is ordering to his employee that you should do in such a way, you should not do such a way. Here the boss is owner. Okay, you keep all the profits. You means owner. Owners enjoy all the profits. Number 3 is start of the cost is very low. Definitely, it is a very great. It is one of the great benefits, that you can start your business for very low amount. And with the passage of time, you can develop your business at extreme level. You have maximum privacy. Number 4 point is you have maximum privacy. How it is possible? Definitely, the business is owned by one person, then definitely he is responsible for keeping the privacy. He is not discussing the secrets of about his business to anyone. Definitely, it is a great benefits of the business. And after we come to what the partnership business or joint stock business, there are many people that interfere to each other. So the informations can be leaked, and it will be against the stability of an organization. Number 5 is establishing and operating your business in simple. Very nice. The one man is operating this, so it is very easy for him to operate and establish his business in very simple way. Okay, the next is it is easy to change your legal structure later if circumstances change. It is very important. If owners introduces his business and he runs the business in the same tone for a long time, he want to change the structures of business, then definitely he can change. He is no bound for any boss. Because we have already discussed, the owner is himself a boss. Okay, the last benefit, you can easily wind up your business. If owners become bored at one time, definitely it is a human nature. At a stage comes in the human life when the human feels that he has become tired, he do not want to move on. Then at that stage you can wind up your race in a very positively way. Okay, disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Definitely, if there are advantages, there are also disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. Let's start now. Face entire loss. Sole proprietorship is responsible for face whole loss. If any type of loss is occurred, then the owner is responsible for that, for bearing this such type of loss. But if we come to what the giant stock company or partnership business, partnerships with the giant stock business or partnership business, we can say that the loss can be equalized, distributed, equalized in equal form. Okay, the next loss is disadvantages. All the responsibility for making day-to-day business decisions in here. Oh, it is great drawback. It is a human nature that sometimes we become bored. If we have to go to anyone, then it will be definitely difficult. If it will be difficult, it will be difficulty for our business. Your presence is necessary for every day. Your presence is necessary for every day. You are responsible for making the decisions day to day. Otherwise, you are not present at your business state or your business stations. Then you are not responsible for doing a sole proprietorship business. Number 3, it cannot be hard to take holidays. Okay. It is a human nature. If you want to attend a marriage ceremony from one city to another city, you have to take a holiday in giant stock company or in partnership, and you can go and move. But in sole proprietorship, you are very bound. You will search a person who will attend your ceremony in your place. So it is very difficult for an owner to attend such of ceremonies or marriages or any others holiday. The number 4 is you are taxed as a single person. Okay, in partnership business, if you are the part of partnership business or giant stock business, then tax will be divided to equal persons. But here in this case, only one person is facing the tax, so it is a great drawback. The next is the life of the business is limited. Very why life is business of is very limited. Why? Because this type of business is operating for only by single persons. When he is tired, then business stops. So the life of such type of business is very less. Number last of the disadvantage of sole proprietorship is your capacity to raise capital is limited. Your capacity to raise capital is limited. You cannot raise your capital from a certain limit. Why? You are putting your efforts to a certain limit. Definitely, you are earning capital. The earnings are also limited. After discussing the sole proprietorships, now I am going to discuss partnership business. What is a partnership business? Partnership, partner. If we put a glance on the partnership word, then it represents that it is the business that is operated by one or two persons or more than two persons. Definitely, in common sectors, a partnership business is a type of business organizations in which two or more individuals pool money, skills, and other resources and share profits and loss in the accordance with the terms of partnerships agreement. Okay, I want to clarify these definitions. It is a type of business organization in which two or more individuals are involved. They put their money in and make a portfolio. Portfolio means they one or two or three or more persons put their money in one point, and they get together, start their business. Skills, definitely one person is giving one skills, cannot be skills from a tone. Here's partnership business, two or more persons are involving in the business. Definitely the skills, more and more skills are contributors in the business. And other resources, definitely other resources in sole or partnership business, there are in partnership business there are many resources that can be utilized. Profit shares and loss, and even loss also shared. Okay, if you have to face to profit is here. If you have to face loss, then profit loss is also shared equally to all the members. In this case, anyone cannot be says that I have penalized. Okay, I have given the penalty for against any misuse. Okay, with the terms of partnership, okay, all these conditions are held by the proper terms and conditions. What are the terms and conditions? These terms and conditions are assigned at the day of first when the partnership business is going to be started. Okay. Advantages of a partnership business. What are the advantages? The number one is your business is easy to establish and start up. Costs are low. Definitely, it is also resembles to sole proprietorship business, but in sole proprietorship, so only one person is introducing his business with a simple cost. Here, you can also say it as that in partnership business, there is not and lump sums amount that we are going to the business. Here, the startup of the cost is also low, but here the main benefit is that the amount is contributed by two or more than 20 more than two persons, maximum at 20 persons. Number 2 point is equal distributions of profit. If you earn the profit, then you will be divide this profit in equal forms. Definitely, if you earn loss, then the loss will be also contributed in equal form. More capital. Number 3 part of advantage is that more capital is available for the business. 0 to 20 pupils. More capital. It means if you start the business, that at the business stage at the starting time 2 or 3 persons included in business, but the passage of time after 1 year 19 or 20 persons are included in it, then definitely it's a great worth of your business. So with the coming more and more capitals, you can run up your business within a good form. Okay, the next 4 is easy to look after by dividing responsibilities. It is a great things. I clarify it with the examples of the schools. In example of schools, teachers, principals, peons, clerical staffs are working at one place. But the responsibilities of every person, teachers are teaching the class, peons are look after the boys, and principals is commanding the schools, and the clerical staff is doing the fees structures and etc. other expenses of the schools. In this way, that all the pupils are working in the one stage, showing partnership business and performing their responsibility. They are as they are assigned with the principals. Okay, the next is 5. There is a limited external regulations. As we put in examples in the giant stock company, there are great external regulations. So we can change the regulations in our business. There is a limited external regulations. We cannot change day by day. The last advantage. It is easy to change your legal structural letter if the circumstances change. Definitely, it may be happens that the bad conditions can come in futures for anyone. Then you can change your structures of your business, and you can put your business. Disadvantage of a partnership business. What are the disadvantages? Number one is there is a risk of disagreements and frictions among partners and management. Definitely, partner and management are working together, but the bad conditions can become when both partner and management cannot compromise to each other. Then definitely you will be to change the term and conditions of the business, or you have to wind up your business. Okay, it is a great disadvantage. The other is each partner in an agent of partnership and is a agent of partnerships and is liable for the actions by by the other partners. It is also, for example, A and B are running a business, and A is contributing the investment of 60% and B is contributing the 40%. If after the 6 months A says to B that I have some restrictions about this business, I want to change them, definitely the B will be criticized to his opinions. He will say that we are running according to agreements, we are liable to each other for doing these things, but at one day the A will lose the business and it will be definitely the destructions of the person. It will be, we can call it a destruction of the business, destroying of the business, we can say also it. Definitely the business is running by the partnerships, and when they announce to each other for wind of the business, they cannot run the business for the more. The next 3 years bound to bear each other. It is very great attribute, bound to bear each other. There are great disadvantages. There are some gentlemen who do not hear about anything about in their favors, but in the partnership business they are bound to bear the others abuses in the business. It is the part of the business. The last one is partner joins or leave. Partner join or leave, you will probably have to value the partnership assets, and this can be costly. If you join a business, it is not easy to lose the business. If you have decided to lose the business, then definitely you will you will have to pay the large penalty in the business. For example, A and B are doing the business with A 60% partnership and B 40% partnership. If B wants to go, then he will not take the 40% assets, 4% investment. He cannot enjoy the profits of the 40% investment, because he is going out regarding, he is not going out at the agreement. Though can be face a great loss. The partnership can be decided that they can be put back 20% of investment, of real investment of 40%. It is definitely a great disadvantage of the business partnership. Giant stock. What is giant stock? The third part of the business, that, and you can say, is the last and main part of the business that we are going to be discussed. Giant stock. A giant stock company is a business entity in which the shares of the company's stocks can be bought and sold by the shareholder. It's called giant stock. We can also say it is the company of the shareholders. Shareholders, as much as you can buy the shares of a company, you will be the owner of that company. Definitely, there is no doubt. So, giant stock company is a business entity in which the shares of a company's stocks can be bought and sold by shareholders. Shareholders are everything for buying or selling their shares. After discussing the third types of the business, giant stock, now we come forward to the advantages of the giant stocks. Number one is advantage. Liability for shareholder is limited. Liability of shareholders is limited. A shareholder can participate himself in limited conditions, in limited situations. It is a great advantage for the business. In partnership business, anyone can come and invest his money and can get a great repo of his in the business. It is not possible in here. In next years, it is easy to transfer ownerships by selling shares to another party. It is great benefits. It like is a price bond. I have a price bond. I can sell my price bond to another persons, and I will get the money to from. I will get the receive the money from that person. Similarly, if I am part of, I have shares of a companies, and I have required some money for utilizations, then I will be can sell my shares to another persons, to another parties. So I can say that I am transferring my honors of shares to the other parties, and I will receive money. It is very great benefits for the shareholder. Shareholder often family members can be employed by the company. It is great benefit. Shareholders can be employed by the company. Family members, shareholders are itself are investing their money. They are earning the profits from the shareholders, and plus other benefits. Their family members can also earn the money from the company as an employee. Other benefit: company can trade anywhere. Great. Company is not bound to work in its own country. It can put their investments in throughout of the world. It can do the business at anywhere, any place where it desires, where it looks profits, where it looks its benefits. It can be put its money in that place. Okay, the next is taxation rate can be favorable. Taxation, and definitely it is a great company. It is a very large scale company, so the tax rate is very low as compared to tax that is put it to the sole proprietorship and partnership business. The last and outstanding benefits: equal profit sharing. You can share your profit with the ratios of shares you invested in the company, and company will be responsible for sharing the profits as compared to the shares invested. Okay. The last topic of my topic is disadvantages of the giant stock company. As we have studied disadvantages of the partnership business and sole proprietorship business, and then we are discussing the also disadvantages of giant stock company. Number one is company can expenses to establish, maintain, and wind up. Definitely, there is no doubt. First, company can be expenses to establish. It is not an easy task. Giant stock company occupies a great land, a great number of employees. You have to establish. It is not an easy task, and the main task that is investment. You have to collect it. You have to manage the portfolio. It is a great one of the great target you have to occupy. Maintain and wind up. If you have designed your portfolio, then how you have to utilize your portfolio, how you have to maintain your portfolio, it is another task. And the last is wind up. If you have to wind up your business, then how you wind up business without any without any profit or any after completing your intervals, then it is definitely difficult for the company. Number second disadvantage is the reporting requirement can be complex. Why? Because the company's body is very vast. It can be very difficult for the reporting requirement to gathering reporting is very necessary, and it is not easy to gather the informations for a such type of informations in an easy way. Why? Because it is a giant stock company, not a partnership business or a sole proprietorship business. So reporting requirement is very complex, and in this reporting complex, errors can be held. It can be given great drawbacks for the shareholder trust. Okay. The next 3 years, if the director fails to meet their legal obligations, they may be held personally liable for the company debts. Okay. If the directors fails to meet their legal obligations, they may be held personally liable for the company debts. If the director who is, we can say, the owner of the company, who is look after the company, if he is not sensious with the legal obligations, he is not controlling the legal obligation of the concerns, then the shareholder can give him penalty to pay the company debts, whole debt. It is the great disadvantages of the company, because if we say the directors are also the human beings. and the mistakes can be done to anyone. So it is solving solutions of this problem should be changed. We should not be penalized to anyone. The last and important is profit distributed by shareholder are taxable. Okay. In this way, it is also disadvantage that the company also paying the tax. But if in the profit company is earning the profit, then the company is also bound to give the profit, also bound to give the tax on the profits after the taxable money can be transferred to the shareholders. So it can give a great drawback for the shareholders, that because they want to enjoy the money in the profit form rather than taxable incomes. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that you will be encouraged to me for continuing my process. Thank you, bye bye.